Dāvis Bertāns checks in. Avdija goes to the bench and came here to Chicago. Westbrook back in. Here's Bertāns. Quick catch and shoot three. Got fouled by Chandler Hutchinson. And Bertāns a chance for a 4-point play.
And this is the time. You don't want to wait. And I like the offset of what Scott Brooks is doing right here and with this unit. And that speaks volumes if you're talking about bench scoring. But let's not just talk to the Chicago Bulls bench.
Markkanen diving to the hoop, got fouled by Bertāns, and now a chance.
Once again, penetration, causing the defense to collapse, and guys, actually opponents, getting shots at the rim and down those long offensive rebounds.
Markkanen, and another foul against Dāvis Bertāns, so Bertāns picks up 2 quick fouls. Satoransky just fell. Lopez has it. Here's Smith with 7 to go. Here's Smith for Westbrook. Westbrook back to Smith. Bertāns gets it off in time, but it's short. Off the miss from Patrick Williams. Back in the game with Kobe White. Westbrook again, that mid-range jumper. Russell Westbrook here at Florida State, the 4th overall pick. I think he was a surprise pick by Chicago. Bertāns trying to get the foul, kicked out his leg. Otto Porter Jr. is called for the foul.
Lowry Markkanen at the 5 position, and Patrick Williams, the rookie you just talked about, is playing the power forward position. That is some speed. Those guys are athletic, they're fast, they can shoot the ball, some pop, some bounce to them.
Bertāns.
Coming of the season, it's either starting one night, coming off the bench early on in the first quarter, and now tonight.
You may have your normal rotations, you may have to change them game by game.
Absolutely.
Bertāns misses the 3. Billy Donovan in his first year as the head coach for Chicago. Markkanen to the body of Bryant, a late whistle. That's also the team's, I believe,
got Bertāns trying to chase over the top. That could have easily been a legal pick, Junior.
But the whistle was so far after that play.
Hey, taking you off the floor, you got an earful from him in the locker room, especially at halftime.
Bertāns short on that 3-point attempt. Getting shoved out of the way. Let's see. It's going to be an offensive foul. That's a good call. Wendell Carter Jr. just throwing Dāvis Bertāns around.
But great job by Dāvis enticing that. You know, they usually say the second guy gets caught, but Dāvis was giving him a couple of elbow shoves. Even before that, if you could rewind it, he had.
The Wizards didn't win, but they outscored Orlando as Bryant misses both free throws.
Now,
Hutchinson goes baseline. Good job, help defense by Thomas. Battling, you could hear the banging and the grunting. Bertāns.
Smith is already across half court, and that's the pace you're going to need.
Team foul, so one more foul.
Being in concussion protocol, you might get that wish, JK.
Bertāns can't buy one.
In Israel, he knew not to jump to that one.
And now Bertāns. Wow, he got away with the foul right there. He was holding Otto Porter Jr. The foul's going to be against Porter Jr. 1 for 5 from the floor, all of them 3-point attempts. Do you think it's a fatigue factor for Bertāns right now, that he just doesn't have his legs yet?
Well, whenever you're a free agent, and I've been there before, you're advised to not play any pickup ball, maybe not even touch a basketball until you execute your contract. And he had a big deal on the table that he needed to sign, and he signed that deal. Now with the shortened season and the short preseason, I think he needs game reps to get in shape. You got to remember, Dāvis did not play in the NBA bubble in the seeding game, so he hasn't basically probably touched the basketball since March.
Beal comes in for Bertāns, so he went through concussion protocol. Now Robin Lopez will come back in for come back from a 13-point deficit. Dāvis Bertāns on the floor with Thomas Bryant, Russell Westbrook, Howell Neto, and Ish Smith. The leading scorers tonight, Beal and Levine, each with 21. Westbrook to Bertāns in the corner, and Bertāns able to finally connect from three. His first since the first quarter. Bryant back to Bertāns. Bertāns back-to-back threes. They need that.
And I guess the window is cracked. You start off well. In the second half of the season, you have this going on. Strong. I think that's a positive. You know, being a front runner and then ultimately failing as well. So I think to get the kinks out early on is a blessing in disguise.
Nice job by Bertāns drawing the foul against Carter Jr. The one guy that you wouldn't expect to be shooting a lot of free throws for the Wizards is the guy who's going to have the most free throw attempts tonight. After these is Dāvis Bertāns.
Well, they're running him off. He's a marked man. He was one of the top 10, top 15 free agents this past offseason. Well, it's build chemistry. They definitely need that right now, adding Russell Westbrook to the mix. I'm not asking them to be the top 5 defensive teams, but top 15, whereas
Russell Westbrook would play in the preseason to build that chemistry you talked about.
I mean, it's going to take time. This doesn't happen overnight.
Inflating hoop. Bertāns will try for three. It's by Beal for three. Westbrook for three. That's the first three of the year for Russell Westbrook.
Time. It doesn't happen overnight. And just like them being down 9 points, there's not a 9-point shot out there. It's a possession at a time.
Bertāns commits the foul. That's just the third.
You see Russell Westbrook talking numerous of times and having conversation.
A look ahead pass by Westbrook to Bertāns. 115-107. The Wizards are going to fall to 0-4. The Bulls will get their first victory of the season despite another triple-double by Russell Westbrook and a 29-point performance by Bradley Beal.